from Bad Monkey Studios in beautiful Amish country, heard throughout these fabulous United States and around the globe on the World Wide Web. This is The B Team with Cory and Jim.
Have you heard about this thing? We got Waverly Labs. They have a translator now. So it's a phone app.
Yeah.
I don't know if it comes. I haven't really researched it a lot, but I just heard about it. It sounds pretty awesome. But you plug in like headphones to it, and you can go to another country. You got this app up. Somebody starts talking to you, whatever language that you need it to be, and it will actively translate like real time while you can have a conversation with them.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is
That's like $120.
$120? That doesn't seem...
I know. Doesn't seem bad at all. Heard about it on Joe Rogan's show, man.
In real time.
Yeah, so like they'll talk to you,
mm-hmm.
and then, or as they're talking, the app, whatever, and then, and then it'll be, your phone app will be telling you or translating it for you in English or whatever language you need it to be.
Have you seen it demonstrated or heard it demonstrated?
No. I have questions
real
too.
Time. Your real time too. And my real time might be different.
I mean, there's probably a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, I can't imagine I'm going to understand what you're saying. Yeah, while I'm watching your lips move.
It's probably going to be like one of those, like PBS documentaries where there's somebody on there that can't speak English, and like a half second in is when the translator starts going.
Yeah,
like they overlay the sound. It'll be like that. It'll be like, oh. And then it'll be, oh, yeah, okay. It'll come in. Yeah. Or like, or the newscasters. Let's take it to Bob here for the weather. And Bob's sitting there for like 3 seconds. How you doing, guy? Like one of those.
Yeah. But that's an equipment delay.
Right.
This is,
Well, I'm sure there's got to be a slight
something.
delay.
There has to be.
Or if you're talking to somebody that's really quiet, you'll have to like hold the phone right next to their face.
Yeah.
Like an old person. What was that, sir? Huh? It's a little louder. I can't. No? All right. Well, thanks. Guess I don't get to eat today.
Have you had problems with being in another place and not understanding what somebody was saying, or they weren't understanding you? Have you?
When I went to France when I was like 16.
Yeah.
That was a little tricky. Because, you go to a restaurant or something to order food, and you kind of have to, like, I was fortunate enough the place that I went had some English words on there, so I would be able to pick out. I was like, okay, I can at least decipher what I would want to order.
Right.
But translating that into just, you kind of have to point, okay, this is it. This is what I want, versus me trying to talk. It just wasn't going to happen.
Really?
Yeah. It just wasn't going to go down.
Almost everywhere I've been, someone speaks English. The only time I've ever been tripped up even a little was in Portugal, and that was just it just took long enough for the guy to realize he didn't understand what I was saying. I didn't understand what he was saying. And he went and got, Stu in the back who was making guitar strings or whatever Stu was doing. And he came out and he spoke some English. So
there you go.
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever.
I thought you were going to say that you guys figured out you could understand each other, just walked away. Like, well, no. We gave it a shot. It was a good run. We had a good run, but it has to end somewhere. That'd have been hilarious. He just leaves. You go into a service store to get something. He's like, no English. And just walks in the back. Well, not helping this guy today.
Oh, that little gig we've done at Mid-Ohio before at the race car course. I've had a few people walk up to me there that I didn't have a clue, and I just nodded my head, and they went on,
right? Yeah,
went on about their day. Well, I went on about nothing changed about my day, so it must have been okay.
It was probably something like, "Hey, there's a guy.
Yeah,
you're gonna want to look for that dude. Pretty bad. I think he might have killed somebody." And you're like, "What? Like, the bathrooms right down there. All righty.
Tell it to somebody in your country. You're in America.
You know where you're at, boy? Huh? You're in America.
In NASCAR.
If you're not willing to learn the language, get the fuck out. Time for you.
You're NASCAR country. Well, this weekend. Next weekend, it'll be Formula country.
Now
Now.
we're talking your game, okay? I want you to come over here with the stock cars, race a real man's rig, huh? With all your open wheels, huh?
Please.
Ain't a real car. Ain't even a real car.
Vacuum cleaner.
What that looks like, spaceship.
With 4 wheels.
A little box car. Y'all got to push it down the hill, get her going. So, yeah.
Hey.
I don't know why you're yelling.
I need to tell you something. I'm pretty excited.
About what?
About your masturbatory practices.
Yeah?
You can now go to Italy and just flail away on yourself.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir. There's been a new law passed in Italy. It's a true story. It's now legal to masturbate in public as long as it's not in the presence of a minor.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. A 69-year-old man had been arrested near the University of Catania in 2015. His attorney appealed to the country's highest court, and the act is no longer regarded as a crime by law.
Oh my God!
I don't know how it works over there. You just go, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
I like doing that, and you get taken to court for it. And if the attorney and everybody there says, that's not so bad, you just have a new law.
Boom. Boom. Done. Italy gets it done. You want to beat off outside? Hang on. Everybody good? Cool. Let's do it. That's weird, man.
Yeah, this guy apparently was
he was
jackhammering in front of some...
He was next to a university?
Yeah, in front of some university kids, but they were all of age. They were all...
Oh, yeah. No. He was watching sand volleyball or something. Soccer with some ladies. Yeah.
Did you see that Italian volleyball team
in
the Olympics?
Pretty neat. Some pretty ladies.
Next.
You like a Mr. 69-year-old, huh? What an appropriate age, too. What an appropriate age for that young man.
Yeah.
And that story, I mean, it just... Somebody upstairs had just wove that one together. They're like, here you go.
Sometimes.
Here's a masterpiece. Forget about Shakespeare for a minute.
No.
Go ahead and read that little ditty. That's going to blow your mind.
I've always
and then
thought
you're gonna
that God
blow
had
something
a
else.
sense of humor.
Clearly.
I think we know.
Clearly. That's an awesome... That's crazy. That is... If there's no kids around, you can just drop trowel, man. Just get after it. And the ladies, too, apparently. Yeah. Or is this only... This is for everybody?
I think this is across the board.
Not discriminatory?
No. No, I don't think so.
Well, good.
I don't think so.
Because it should be fair.
Now, I didn't really check all the parameters if fisting is involved or discouraged in any way.
I would imagine. I mean, come on now. If you're going to let somebody just do that, then you got the whole gambit's got to be there. Otherwise,
so it's wide open.
I would assume it's going to be. A wink. Yeah. You're the one that said fisting, not me. You said that.
Those letters go to
James or Jamez, depending on your pronunciation.
Well, now it's Jack and Jimmy. That's what that would be known as in Italy. Because everywhere I go.
There you go.
Everywhere I go.
We need to just book the trip now.
Make a quick kid check. Look around. Nope.
Yeah. But here's where you're going to get into trouble, though. Okay? You're going to start it up. You're going to fire up the engines, right? Yeah. Then little dude who's going to be on his bicycle hit the corner as the police are rolling up around the other corner. Oh, woo-woo! You're like, son of a, come on. Did you see? He just came around the corner.
Rolled up. Did you see
Look what's going on in that window.
Look at her.
Huh?
Yeah. Those are volleyball shorts, sir.
Mi scusi.
Mi scusi, non so cosa fare. Schermo baci.
Yeah, dude. That's awesome. Somebody's going to get, they're going to have to, they're going to have to create, either that's going to get repealed real fast,
Yeah.
Or that's going to happen to somebody, man. Dude's going to start going to town, and some little kid's going to just hopscotch right around the corner.
Because it's going to, in no time, it's going to look like the monkey hut at the Columbus Zoo, man.
No.
In no time.
Yeah.
People just,
Oh, yeah.
I like it, your face.
Yeah, you're gonna get wars, man. You're gonna get gang wars, bro. That are gonna be just like the Sharks and the Jets, only with wanking it.
Yep.
Like speed competitions. It's gonna be a thing. That's gonna be a thing.
Oh, it'll be a show.
Oh yeah,
in no time.
That's gonna be in Cirque du Soleil before you know it.
Well, there's enough weird stuff in Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah. I mean,
it's my nightmares.
They're gonna put a twist on it, sure. Maybe with feet, I don't know, but
a twist and a shout, if you know what I'm saying.
I do. I've not seen Cirque du Soleil. You've seen it, haven't you? Still give you nightmares?
Yeah. Dude, it's unbelievable. It
looks pretty weird.
I saw it in Vegas,
looks pretty weird,
man.
It's just a bunch of like gymnastics, right? Kind of.
Yeah, and more
with weird stuff.
But yeah, little people.
I'm excited about that.
Little tiny flying people on they're like on rubber bands or on bungees.
They just shoot them.
And no, they're just jumping all over the place. They jump and they come and their like stinky little feet just come like within an inch of your face, and then they go bouncing clear over to the other side of the stadium I don't know how they time that or how they know they're not going to kick a dude's head off, because they come right at you. And then there's other ones during the show. They look and act like little monkeys, but they got these crazy like beak masks on and stuff. God. And they're wearing and they're climbing around on the chairs and stuff. And they come up to you and stick their face in your face, and they look like birds and stuff. And then they jump to like 2 chairs away on the back of the chair, and they balance on. They don't touch you, but they're like balancing on your chair.
What?
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, it is insane.
Yeah.
Tell me why I have nightmares.
I know now.
Yeah,
because that sounds like a living nightmare.
And there's a clown.
Nope.
Riding around. Well,
did you have a huge panic attack when that happened? No. Did you about freak out?
A little bit.
You almost break leather?
A little bit.
Nope, not today.
Not today.
I don't need to catch a case. I've been down that road.
Not today.
That would have been horrifying. That had to be terrifying for you.
It was.
I'm sorry.
It was a bit.
If I was there, I would have laughed a lot and been like, I'd have pointed when the clown came out to you. I'd be like, this guy, clown guy.
As part of that show, the coolest thing I ever saw was also the gayest thing I've ever seen in my life.
What is it?
It's 2 brothers.
Oh, the ones that they hold each other up, right?
They do all kinds of like little gymnastics, but they never are hands off each other. It's always and it's unbelievable the things they do. I can't even describe it. I mean, this, you can't see me anyway. You can't even see the hand gestures I'm doing. But they start out on the floor, and one will lift the other one up, and then they like climb through each other. And the one dude, I can describe this a little bit. He's laying on his back, holding the other guy up, and these guys are they're just pure muscle.
Right.
They're both just pure muscle, and gotta go anywhere from 180 to 200.
Probably. I think I've seen photos of these guys.
He's laying on his back with one hand holding his brother up, and rolls over while rolls over onto his stomach, still holding his brother up in the air, straight up in the air, onto his stomach, with his arm straight up behind his back, holding dude up.
That's insane.
And things like that. And there's a lot of that. It's probably, because you're like, how long can they do this? Because it was probably 20 minutes.
Wow.
That they were doing this.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about just the pressure alone on that shoulder joint, man.
Yeah.
Like that, with holding up that much weight.
Yeah.
Whew, that's insane.
It was insane.
That's crazy.
And we were in the States, so I couldn't openly masturbate.
No.
I wasn't in Italy.
It wasn't Italy.
No.
I mean, because that's the perfect opportunity right there. You see something that amazing, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, I'll whack it to a good pizza, let alone a couple sweaty dudes.
Speaking of sweaty dude.
No, speaking of clowns.
Yeah.
I got a clown story.
I heard vaguely a little bit about this. And I'm going to need to know where this is at.
I can give it to you.
Give me the locale, because if it's still going on,
Mm-hmm.
me and you might have to take a road trip. I'll give it what I know. There's a dude. Well, we're assuming this person hasn't been arrested yet, right? He's on the loose.
No, he's still on the loose.
So the reports are there's a man dressing up as a clown, and a creepy looking one. I think a la It, right? From the old movie. And what I heard was this person was luring children into the woods or near the woods in order to give them candy,
right,
or something, or some kind of thing. So some person out there is actively either doing their best impression of It combined with John Wayne Gacy, or something along those lines.
Well, there was a man arrested for reporting false creepy clown sightings. Says, despite numerous reports of creepy sightings in North Carolina, none have been substantiated.
Okay.
A North Carolina man who told police someone dressed as a clown knocked on his window at night landed in jail on Friday after admitting he fabricated the story. The latest twist in a string of such reported sightings in recent weeks.
So nobody knows if this is true.
No, Stephen King thinks it's extra creepy, though.
Well, that dude knows a little bit about being creepy.
Mm-hmm. There's been a wave of reported clown sightings in the Carolinas the past week.
This is both north and south?
From Reuters.
Well, you said Carolinas. I was
sure.
So this is becoming an epidemic. That's what you're telling me.
A spate. It's become a spate.
A spate?
Now, a spate of creepy clown sightings in South Carolina has perplexed police and worried parents, but their frightening appearance was no surprise to best-selling U.S. horror author Stephen King. King, whose 1986 novel It tells the story of a supernatural being that appears as a clown to terrorize the residents of a small Maine town, told the Bangor Daily News that fear of clowns touches a nerve with children and adults alike. Amen, sister. Kids love clowns, but they also fear them. Clowns with their white faces and red lips are so different and so grotesque compared to normal people, the newspaper quoted King as saying. The clown furor will pass, as these things do, but it will come back because under the right circumstances, clowns really can be terrifying. Well, under every circumstance, Mr. King. The clown sighting started around Greenville, South Carolina last month when police began getting reports of clowns standing silently by roadsides, lurking near laundromats and trying to lure children into the woods with bags of cash and green laser lights. Police in North Carolina have over the past week also reported a wave of sightings suggesting a slow migration in the direction of the fictional town of Derry, Maine, where King's Pennywise carried out his rampage. I take it that was the name of the clown because I will never read that book.
Yeah, Pennywise.
Yeah. But police urged residents to remain calm after an adult man saw a clown emerge from the woods and chased the clown with a machete in Greensboro, North Carolina on Tuesday. Get the hell out of here.
Listen here, buddy.
It's bush and... Yeah.
It's bushwhacking time, motherfucker, and you're on the list.
A 911 dispatcher calmed the man down, and the clown escaped unharmed, police said. King's macabre imagination has produced dozens of shiver-inducing works, including The Shining and Misery. In 2014, he was awarded the U.S. National Medal for the Arts in recognition of his large oeuvre.
Yeah, he writes some books.
He said, finally, King said, if I saw a clown lurking under a lonely bridge or peering at me up from a sewer grate, with or without balloons, I'd be scared too, he told the newspaper.
Yeah, that's why I carry a gun. every day.
Yeah, that is not going to work out for you in my neighborhood. I promise. I promise. Come to my house, stand in my front yard, backyard, side yard, north 40, south 40, in a clown suit, just staring at my house. Because you know me.
That's dialing in the windage and elevation, folks. It's coming.
Yeah. I will not be pursued. You know it won't happen.
It's true. That's true. You've said that.
Yeah.
That's why my greatest prank is going to be a full-on yard full of clowns.
Yeah, your last prank.
No. I'm not going to be. I know I'm not going to be dressed up. And I'm not going to tell anyone. It's going to be cardboard, probably. With one real one kind of floating around just for movement. It's like a duck decoy. And you got to make it look real.
Yeah.
It's all about perception. And that guy, they'll be ballistic, so he'll have some cover as you're shooting. So, you know.
That's what you're looking for.
And a vest, probably. That's a good idea.
I haven't had the opportunity to welcome you back. You were off last week.
Yeah.
Had, unfortunately, Maddie lost to grandma.
Yep.
And, yeah. So
great lady. Great woman. 93. About to be 93, I think. So she had a nice, long life.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's why it wasn't here. But Dusty stepped up to the plate.
Up. Yep. Per usual.
I don't know about per usual. But
no. Well, he could never be here before,
right.
With doing his various stretches.
Time, as they say.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever been to Shawshank.
Shawshank?
Yeah. The prison?
That was on the movie.
That was fake, bro. Oh, my bad. I get engrossed. It's a wonderful film.
You do.
It's a wonderful film.
It is. Thank you.
Oh, no.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. I think anything with Morgan Freeman just gets better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he did a movie about, I think, a dolphin. It's about some kind of a dolphin movie.
Yeah, with like its tail broken off or something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But he was in it, and I guarantee that movie was... They made a second one because he was in the first one.
Sure.
So, come on.
It's the voice.
Yeah, it is.
Andy Dufresne. The Queens never bothered him again.
So, yeah, man, masturbation about all these clowns.
Yeah.
We were talking about beating it earlier, so...
you want to get back to that?
Well, a little bit,
quick as you can. Okay.
Yeah. They're just. I wonder if it's one dude, or if it's maybe some copycat kind of thing going on, or it's an epidemic of bath salts, and people are just seeing clowns. You know what I mean? It's one of those three. It's either going to be a traveling guy that's going to go to the Maine and do a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be stupid in the end. Or it's people that heard about this and were like, you know what, that sounds like a good idea. I'm going to do that too. I'm going to dress up and scare people.
So you don't think it's an organized group
Could be.
Much as it probably is just
option.
people hearing about it.
Fourth option. It could be. Yeah, it could be a kind of like a new hate group.
Mm-hmm.
Clowns. Like the KKK, you know?
They hate people that aren't clowns?
I think so. They're trying to spread their clowny message to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm not here. I'm not going to stand for it. I'd have been like Mr. Machete.
Mm. I was in the gym one time, and there was a
clown came in.
A guy who does that on the
professionally.
Weekend. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And he told me. He said, "Yeah, I got a gig," and he was one of those guys I knew he wanted to talk to me. I was just trying to live. Now,
which is one of the worst things.
I hate to sidebar here. It's
no,
one of the worst
that's
things
what we do.
But I used to wear headphones with nothing on. I wouldn't have anything on. Because I'm one of those guys. I don't. No music.
Oh, you just wanted the appearance.
I would wear.
You mean in the headphones?
In the headphones.
All right.
I'm so sorry. I should have explained that better. My apology. I'm a scusa. Well, I didn't. Okay.
Hang on, let me.
Okay, I'm back. Thank you. So
you do a pretty good Italian.
Yeah,
guy.
I would wear the headphones so nobody would talk to me.
Right. Smart. I'm the same way, man. Yeah. Only I do play music when I go to the gym,
Yeah.
Just because but I'm the same way. I'm not there to have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
Whilst I'm doing that, because I'm focused on certain things.
I try to look busy, even when I,
Yeah.
because I have a minute in between something.
I would go
I
get
don't
a
want to
drink.
take that minute talking to anybody.
I went
about
and
anything.
walked to the drinking fountain, man.
Yeah.
So, and still had the headphones on. That way, you give a little nod to somebody. That way, they didn't try to stop you.
Even that's scary.
It is, because
just eye contact.
they hold up a hand.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wanted to ask you.
Hey, man. Hey,
Yeah.
those are sweet shoes. What kind of shoes are those? Red Nikes? I don't know.
Those yours?
Both of them? Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
So anyway, I discouraged conversation.
But this guy broke down your barrier?
He did. Yeah.
He's a clown.
So he told me,
he's a trickster.
And he said he had a gig that weekend.
That's what lured you in.
And he couldn't wait. He couldn't wait to tell me. He said, "Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm pretty serious about it, though. My clowning around." Then there was complete silence. I gave him nothing. Nothing. He said, "Yeah, that's what we call it. Even though we take it pretty serious, we say clowning around because that's what we're doing." I'm like, oh my god, you got to leave. You have to leave.
Did he touch you?
I'm going to kill you.
That's when you're picking up that 10-pound plate, yeah. And you're getting ready
looking around,
frisbee that thing right in that dude's head.
Okay, if I stuff him in
There's no saws here, so I can't cut him apart. No. So I'm gonna have to put him in something big enough to hide him.
Yeah, but he said that to me 3 times.
Just
in a matter of it couldn't have been a full minute. He said because it didn't land. He thought the joke didn't land. Maybe I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it because I had the headphones in or something. Yeah. Hey, dude, turn your Bon Jovi down or your Quiet Riots.
Turn your Queen off, okay? I got something to say, bro. What I'm saying is pretty important.
Yeah.
I'm a clown, okay?
I'm gonna be clowning around this weekend.
Huh? Huh?
Wait. No, I'm gonna be clowning around this weekend. I'm a clown with the makeup and stuff. So yeah.
And that's pretty much the conversation.
Yeah.
Did you just get up and walk away?
Yes, of course I did.
Yeah, because you just got. That's why you just don't respond. You just look at them, and then you just leave. You're like, you give them that what the fuck face, and then roll out. Like, I can't do this. No, sir. You're a grown man, and you dress up as a clown. I just saw that recently. It's just so odd that you're saying this. One of my wife's friends, she posted a 3-year-old birthday party. Mm-hmm. Little kiddies, what do you think, sitting around in the middle? Gigantic clown. Human being.
Big man clown?
I think his name was Jake. I don't know.
Jake the clown?
I don't know. It's something like that. It was a normal name. It wasn't like Clowny the Clown, which is a horrible clown name, but yeah. They always have names.
TM.
Yeah, that's gonna be on a T.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, what, Honky, Red Nose the Clown.
Honky the Clown.
I just now got that. God, I should name clowns professionally. I'm kicking ass. I come up with Clowny and Honky, my first two clowns.
Imagine Honky the Clown. Oh, man.
Yeah, there's a new skit idea.
Yeah.
Again, won't be there.
I will not be there.
But, Honky the Clown.
TM.
Woo! That's good stuff.
We got to take a quick break. We will be right back. Hey B-Teamers, this is Jim, letting you know that our quality, all-cotton, pre-shrunk tagless tee is now available in our store. From the beach to the boardroom, nothing says, "Hey, look at me, I'm adequate," like a B-Team with Cory and Jim t-shirt. So go to our website at point19productions.com and get you some. O'Brien Medicine. When you care about people, you create relationships, trust, and loyalty that no amount of money can buy. When you care about people, you are truly making a difference in their lives. Better health and wellness through medical and alternative treatments makes our patients' lives better. O'Brien Medicine, offering same-day appointments and flexible scheduling to meet your needs. O'Brien Medicine, tailored treatment options including nutrition, exercise, and medical interventions. Find out more at o'brienmedicine.com or call 614-344-7601. O'Brien Medicine, home of the same-day appointment.
Hi, this is Emma Woods. Check out my book Beast and Savages and listen to The B Team with Cory and Jim.
This is the B Team. Cory and
That's
Jim.
right. We didn't mention that.
You usually don't let me. You shout me down. They know who it is, mother.
Well, yeah, they do. I mean, but I guess it's nice.
It is nice.
It's
It
nice.
lets me practice, lets me say it. Makes me feel good about myself.
Confident, strong.
I do feel confident and strong. Look at this. No
Well,
pants.
I know why, because your beard,
Yeah.
that thing's coming in nice, man.
Yeah.
It's flush.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you. Gives me something to look at, hope for the future, you know? Maybe someday I'll get there.
And all I'm thinking is someday I get to cut this off.
You're like, I'll shave
As
it.
soon as we're out there filming, people don't know what it's for. It's for a filming project. My beard is. And the minute Cory says cut, I'm walking in this house and I'm shaving this thing off.
And then you're lathering up.
I'm sure. No, I'll better you. I'll trump you. I'm positive that there were things crawling in my beard last night.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff?
I don't know. It itched like crazy. Someone told
Well,
me.
it's just hair, though.
Someone.
It's just beards.
See, like always happens to me with every situation ever. Someone tried to engage me in a conversation about beards. I'm not joking.
Just on the street?
Somewhat on the street.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I couldn't
Was
escape.
it a stranger?
I couldn't. No.
Okay.
I could not escape the conversation. And it actually went into beard oils.
Nice. What kind you should use?
Really? Is there a thing?
Yeah, there's beard oils.
Okay, because
I've never used them.
I wasn't gonna be his chump, so I just kind of let it roll off. Like, yeah.
Yeah, no, they exist. I don't know what they do or what the purpose of them is. You know, I'm not a hair.
He seemed to think if there was an itching situation, it would.
Oh,
take
to put
care
some.
of it.
I guess I don't know. Maybe
Oil
dry
up.
skin. I don't know. Oil, grease up. To me, it seems like it might make it worse, but I don't know.
Let me tell you what, that first 3 weeks is
It's rough.
unbelievable.
That's right.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Those women whining about having babies, they don't know what they're talking about.
It's child's play. It's child's play. Growing a beard, let me tell you,
Yeah.
is a real challenge.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. That's one of the annoying things about a beard is it itches, but other than that, it still looks super badass for the most part. Because people either assume you're in a biker gang or that you fight professionally.
No, they don't. No. I'm so sorry that I have to take you to task on this.
Bring it.
But, okay, I don't get those. I don't get called, hey, man, it's Sean Connery. Look, because there's gray.
A little gray.
Yeah.
A little salt and pep.
I don't get that. I don't get Sean Connery or anybody cool. Who else is cool that has?
Well, no offense, you don't really look like Sean Connery.
No. I mean, I'm trying to think of cool people that have that. Okay, what I get is Jerry Garcia and Santa Claus.
Jerry Garcia is
Damn it,
awesome.
son of a. God damn. That's unbelievable. From you, of all people.
Or maybe Horatio Sands with the beard.
Yeah, but he colors his, man. He's
Does
all
he?
black. Yeah, because he hangs with that crazy. He's my age, but he hangs with that young crowd.
Well, that's the thing that's weird about like most like famous actors is you assume that they're younger than they are. You know?
Yeah.
Like I'll hear a stat about somebody that I assumed was like maybe mid-30s. They'd be like, yeah, he's 47. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Man, he's aged well. Maybe some work done. I don't know. But man, he looks good for 47.
Look at your Tom Cruises. How old do you think Tom Cruise is?
75.
Tom Cruise is older than me.
Yeah. 75.
Yeah.
Look it up.
It's real.
It's Scientology, man. Get into it.
Actors, man, they have some weird stuff.
Sure.
Oh my God. McConaughey and those flipping. Like I forget which game I was watching. We watched a bunch of football and baseball this weekend.
Yeah, it just started.
It's that cool time
of year,
that
fall,
I love,
man. Yeah,
with
a lot of sports, a lot of cool stuff. Yeah,
but they must have forgot to run it for a week, so they had to work it all in during one game.
They just bought a lot of airtime
because they played this thing every commercial.
I know what you're talking about, the Lincoln commercials.
The Lincoln, where he falls backward into the swimming pool.
Yeah, somebody made a comment about that to me, and they're like, I wonder why he's doing these commercials. Or and I'm like, 'cause somebody wrote him a big-ass check.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But, they played the crap out of that thing.
They're like, will you put this tuxedo on and fall backwards into a swimming pool? Nah, man.
Come on,
I'm not interested.
Dude, I'm an Oscar winner, bro. Yeah. I mean, how many zeros? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll knock that out.
Yeah, I got that.
Was that one day?
Yeah.
One day shoot?
Yeah.
Okay. We can talk that. And I get royalties from the commercial plays.
But you're talking about creepy. Those commercials are clown creepy. The ones that he does.
They're weird.
Because they're odd. He's alone. He's always alone.
Yeah.
It's always like quiet and dark in and around his, what I'm assuming is his home.
Or a house.
A house. Someone's house.
The dude that he just killed.
Yeah.
That's why he's jumping in the pool. We got to clean off.
Clean that blood, yeah.
Chlorine, man.
The DNA.
I'm trying to catch a case. He's got Oscars to win. You know what I'm saying?
Is there DNA in poop?
I think so.
Okay.
It's in there for a while.
He falls back into the swimming pool, and then he's driving the car. And maybe it's for things like this, to get us to talk about it. They might be geniuses.
Lincoln's happy.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly they market their cars to serial murderers, but other than that, business has probably shot up a little bit, you know?
People who swim fully clothed before they go to the party.
Because he's a badass.
Yeah.
He's McConaughey, you know?
Yeah, he shows up wet. You're just like, yep, that's Matt.
He either just got done running or working out, or he just got done swimming.
Or playing the bongos.
That's what he does.
Getting high and playing the bongos. That was his deal.
He's a game changer. You never know where he's coming from. You're like, well, we'll see. We'll see. I like to do that. I'm going to go to our next party, when we throw a house party.
Yeah.
I'm going to just show up wet in a tux.
Mm-hmm.
I like that techno. That's a good beat.
Thank you.
You used to DJ?
Just
when
on
you did
the
overseas?
Just
Portugal?
on the side.
Scat!
Side.
Beatbox.
Yeah. I love beatbox, man.
It's pretty awesome.
I love my boys when they try it, man. It's unbelievable.
Is it hilarious?
It's hilarious.
Hilarious.
Mm-hmm. What do you got for us today? Anything you would like to talk about?
Nah, man, I'm just tired.
You're back. You're back.
Just tired. I've been running. Yeah, the funeral stuff.
Yep.
My boy, he's waking up every 2 hours in the night. I'm teething. I don't know what the deal is, but that's been sucking. Yeah. Went to a bachelor party. My buddy, he's getting married. I was telling you about this earlier. He forgot to tell me that he was getting married. So I found out through a family friend. They're like, oh, yeah, he's getting married in October. And I said, really? I was like, I feel like he would have told me, you know? She's like, oh, maybe he was trying to keep it a secret. And I called him, and asked him about it. And he was like, oh, I thought I already told you. And I was like, nah, man. I was like, you definitely didn't, but congrats anyway, you know. And then he sent me an invite to his bachelor party thing, which was low-key. Man. It was only 4 guys. But we went and kind of hung out a little bit and had some good times. We ended up...
Did you make it rain?
About $20 worth.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, let me break down the evening. I meet up with them. I get there a little bit late, as I usually do. And so we traverse to where they're staying. I drop off my car, and then when we walk uptown, it's in a college town, and we walk uptown to go grab some drinks and stuff, and we're just hanging out. Well, throughout the course of the evening, it's always kind of funny when you go to a college place to walk into the bar bathrooms. Because you never know what situation that's going to be.
No, sir.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You never know. Mm-hmm. There's a couple bars in that town that have fairly nice ones. you know,
Mm-hmm.
but they're nicer establishments. Then you go to some bars, man, and this is where we started having fun. I'm not sure what the women's restrooms look like. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that they're anything much better. But for the dudes, it's a mixed bag. You never know what you're going to get because there's all kinds of situations that you might run into, right? But for the vast majority, it's just one urinal and then one toilet. But there's no divider. So if you're in there tag teaming with a dude, you're going to become best friends.
Yeah.
All right? You're going to be seeing somebody tackling bait, and it's just going to be, you guys are going to be best buds.
It's going to be three dudes blowing 4 dudes in no time.
For sure. So my buddy was telling me about this one particular bathroom and how almost immediately, like if you open the door, you could see somebody in there. Because it's tiny. I mean, these are smaller than prison cells.
If you open this door, the entire I want to say club, but not club bar.
Yeah,
the bar is
getting a show, getting the full on show,
full frontal.
So I laughed about it because I didn't recall ever seeing this bathroom. So I immediately first thing I did when I went there, I was like, I'm going to the back. I'm checking this bathroom out. I got to see it. Got to see it. So I open the door, and I just start cracking up immediately because it's like an airplane-sized bathroom, one urinal, toilet right there, and like a prison sink, man. So I thought that was hilarious. So I ended up using the toilet later. We did a selfie. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
But so
that'll be on point19production.com.
Yeah, check it out. But anyway, so throughout the course of the evening, have you ever heard of a bar crawl?
Yeah.
Or a shuffle? Bar
crawl.
Shuffle? Pub crawl? Yeah. There's a million different names for them.
Sure.
So we came up with Hoverdump 2016 because we traveled to another bar later on in the evening, and of course we had to go check out the bathroom situation there. It was even worse than that one. Smaller confines, okay? What? Now they had like nudie mag stuff posted up on the walls for dudes.
What?
Now, here's where it gets even better. So,
scusi.
The first bar, there was a slight wall, right? So you might see some kneecaps, like there was some kind of protection, like the whole bar wasn't going to see you. You had to actually go up to the door. This place, man, not only if you open the door, you're seeing everybody's cash and prizes, okay? To quote the great Dane Cook, I don't know what great, but Dane Cook, but the toilet in this one didn't have a seat. So that's where we're like, oh, you got a Hoverdump. Because you're not touching skin to that.
Nope.
Not unless you want something like AIDS or herpes, something. You're going to catch something.
That's how you got it your first round.
Right, man. Because I'm fearless when I go in there. I don't care. What do I got to lose other than my life? But I'll put it on the line to take a dump in there. I don't care. But yeah, so that's where we came up with Hoverdump 2016 as a name for like a bar crawl.
Yeah.
Where you can write it in the bathrooms and stuff. Let them know you were there.
You guys will have T-shirts made.
We should.
For the 17 Hoverdump.
Yeah. It was pretty awesome though.
Sounds awesome.
That bar was just a gem because they had a live band, okay? Which it was some older guys, and they were doing just cover songs. It wasn't anything, original because nobody would have showed up otherwise, I don't think, other than like family and friends. But they had that going on, which was really loud, so you couldn't talk to anybody. You'd have to, they'd be, all the time. You have to yell stuff.
Yeah.
So you had that going on, and you had it's one of those bars that it's popular with the townies, what we call the townies, people that live there. They go there all the time. And it's so depressing because they're all older dudes and they're all there by themselves. They know the other guys that go there. I wouldn't call them friends, but they know each other's names because they've been hanging out at this bar for so long. And so during one of the breaks of the band, I'm having a conversation with my friends about the Hoverdump thing. We're actively talking about it. And this guy, he's an older dude, probably in his 60s, is just listening to the conversation and then chimes in. He's like, oh, that's pretty fucked up, man, but that's kind of funny. But you couldn't really understand him. I think that's what he said. That's me translating because it came out as, and fat ass fucked up. But fat,
sorry, sir, I don't speak international harvester.
But it was just it was just awesome. So I thought it was funny,
Yeah.
and as he stayed around for a short while, he got quiet because I think he expected some kind of a laugh, some kind of a response, but nobody really said anything to him. So as he was leaving, I think somebody said his name or something. I don't know if I caught his name, but I said, "Hey, have a good evening. See you later." Nothing, man. I was hoping he would respond, but I was like, "Come on, man. You have to." No. You jumped in the convo. I'm going to give you a little safe travels or something.
Nothing. Yeah. Yeah, he became part of the crew.
Sure. I would have gladly.
Albeit for a fraction of a second, he was in the crew.
I would have been willing to bring him along to the rest of the evening. Yeah. Absolutely. But it didn't go down that way.
No.
Yeah. So, but it was a good time. It was a good time. I haven't seen him in a while, but that is bringing me to the culmination. First week of October, I tell you about. I got 2 weddings in the same weekend. So Saturday, my wife's in a wedding. I'm going to that one, and then I'm driving 5 hours to go to.
Now is it for one of her retardedly hot friends that was at your wedding?
Yeah, I'll say that.
One of the models.
Yeah, it's one of her.
Holy smokes!
It's one of her friends. She's.
That was my favorite wedding I've ever been to in my life.
You're welcome.
It was yours. It was.
Yeah, she knows a lot of good-looking gals.
Yeah, she do.
There's not a doubt about that. So I'm going to that one, and then driving 5 hours, going to my buddy's wedding the next day on Sunday.
Did you say driving 5 hours to another wedding?
Yeah. And then I'm driving 6 hours to meet back up with my wife in D.C., Washington, nation's capital.
So you're not she's not going
to
with
that
you
one,
to
because we don't want to drag the boy along. That's a lot of driving.
Yeah.
But I was like, I got to make an appearance at this wedding. I've known the guy forever.
Really, you're such a good friend. I wouldn't go to my brother's wedding.
I know you wouldn't because you're a horrible person. But
yep.
I'm kidding.
No, you're not. I'd be, because I would say if I were invited like 6 months before, I'd be all excited about it. I'd be manic about it. Be like, okay, man, we're gonna make plans to go do this thing. But as it got closer, I'd be coming up with all kinds of excuses and reasons, and by the week of, I would have.
You'd be in another
AIDS.
country.
I'd have AIDS.
Bro, I don't know how it happened.
I can't.
But I've contracted AIDS.
Yeah, I cannot do it. It always sounds good at the time, during the planning stage of any event. Sounds awesome, but the week of
execution,
I'm just anything I can do to get out of it. Anything. So
that's why you're the life of the party, though.
Yeah,
everybody.
When I show up and I'm miserable, yeah, people do like that. I don't know why. People do. The things I say tend to be a little funnier.
Because you're funny.
That's
when people are really hilarious. Is when there's no filter and they don't care.
Nope.
That, to me, that's when things get that's when they get awkward, but then they get really, really funny.
Yeah.
Because people just start saying stuff, and somebody's gonna have an opinion, and then it's just gonna end up in one of those shouting matches. It's pretty awesome.
If you want pure hilarity out of someone who is not even known for being that funny, make them cold, wet, or hungry.
Yeah.
Maybe even tired.
All three.
Cold, wet, and hungry. You'll see the best of that human being because you're going to see the worst.
That reminds me of a journey that me and some buddies took one time. We wanted to do like a bros weekend, like hike and camping trip through southern part of Ohio. So we go down to this national forest down there, or maybe state forest, whatever. It's one of those parks. So we're like, we go in, we hike in like 2 miles, and we find a base camp area where it's all cleared out. You can set up. Clearly, that's what it's for. And we're like, oh, man, we don't want to end right here. That's a short hike, man. We'll be bored the rest of the day. Like, let's keep going. So the next camping spot is 10 miles away. Okay. We're like, oh, 2 miles, man. That was easy. Easy. Okay. Mind you, we're not factoring in. We're thinking 10 miles straight shot. Mm-hmm. We'll be done and done. Huh? Yeah. Okay. There's at least, I don't know the specifics, but there's probably a couple thousand feet of gain in elevation, throughout this next 10 miles. So you got that going on mixed with overgrown trails. Okay. And something about me, I can be miserable for a little bit, but you throw bugs or spiders into the mix, because there were spiders who were actively just butt webbing the entire trail.
Yeah.
And you hit them. I always hit them. There could be 12 people walk in front of me on a trail. I'm going to hit a spider web. That should have hit somebody else. I'll hit it.
Yeah.
Nobody else will hit it but me. I'll be the one.
You won't just hit it. You'll taste it.
It'll be in my mouth.
Yep.
It'll hit me in the eyeballs.
Gotcha.
And then I panic because I'm thinking for sure the spider was somewhere in there. So now I'm frantically checking myself because I'm like, it's going to be one of the poisonous ones that if I get bit on the neck, I'm going to die. Yep. So I check myself. Anything like the wind blows and hits some of my hair, I'll almost knock myself out, hit myself in the head, thinking it's a spider. Yeah, so I had that going on the whole time. I hit probably about 20, give or take. And then, so as the hike progressed, we had a guy up front who thought it would be hilarious to say, "Hey, I see it. I see the camp up here."
Yeah.
Mind you, 2 miles later, when he says it again, the guys on the back started getting a little twitchy. So we start bickering a little bit. It's hot, It's midsummer, so it's hot as hell. We eventually make it back to the camp, and then some dudes were lugging around like 12 cans of soup. So, I mean, their bags were getting a little heavy. At the time, it was one of those experiences where you're just miserable the whole time and you hate it. And you're like, why did I ever in my life decide to do this? Yeah. And then afterward, because the guy that set it up felt horrible. He felt so bad. He was like, oh, man, it was such a bad time. Like, oh, man, that was after the fact, the stories that you have are hilarious. So that it makes it fun to look back on. But during the time, man, it was, But yeah, everybody, man, guys that get along real well, we're getting super twitchy with one another. When you start throwing into hungry, tired, miserable, it's hot. Oh, my God.
Sweaty.
Oh, yeah, dude. It was getting real chippy for a little bit. It's a good thing we didn't have weapons.
I would have to know at the end of that there was a shower, that there was some point that I was going to get this shit. See, I wouldn't.
It was pretty bad. Dude, we were actively game planning. Once we finally made it to the next campsite, we were game planning our exit strategy because we're like, well, there's no fucking way we're walking back out the way we came in. And then we found an access road back to the street.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, man. It was just
So you could have driven there.
Probably. No, it was one of those it was one of those blocked off roads, You could have drove there.
Yeah. If you know
but that's the experience though, okay? You don't want to drive there. Miss all that excitement and fun
and sweat,
and spiders in your face,
and dudes in your face.
There's a lot of dudes.
Yeah,
it was about 10.
Well, you can never make fun of me for wrestling. You're not allowed anymore because all of your stories are. Well, me and some dudes got together, or me and some guys, or me and my buddies. We wanted to turn this into a real dude fest, a real sausage party, if you will.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, then when we wrestled too, we didn't use leotards or anything like that.
That was a whole different.
Yeah.
No.
We just birthday suit.
And it all circles back around to fisting. All right.
I try to connect the dots.
Yeah, you do.
I'm like the guy that does the strings on all the photos. Beautiful mind, I'm the guy. I bring all of them back together towards the one dude, Kaiser Soze, every time. He's the guy.
The usual suspect.
He is the suspect. He's the unusual one.
Yeah.
That was a pretty solid movie.
People say that.
Oh, you've seen it? You didn't think so?
Mm-hmm.
It's because you don't like Spacey?
No, I don't.
I think it's because you don't like Spacey. Well, I think so.
Yes,
I'm starting to pick up some animosity.
He was in. Did you know that he was in? Because recently we lost Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
So they started playing Gene Wilder movies.
Right.
And there was one with Kevin Spacey was in it, and it's see no evil, hear no evil.
Okay, yeah.
No, but he looked the same.
Did he?
Except he had some kind of big growth, this big golf ball size growth on the side, beside his eye.
Was that for the movie?
No. Had nothing to do with the movie. Nothing to do with the movie.
Just had it going on?
Yeah. It was really, I don't know if he had a huge skin issue just during that shoot, or if he had something that he's recently had
When you do some
removed.
research.
Yeah.
Yeah, because every movie I've seen him in, he doesn't have that.
No. You would know it now, especially since he aged. If he had a big goiter sticking out the side of his head.
Well, he's been in a lot of films, so yeah.
He was younger, but I mean, it definitely.
He's one of those guys that it's like dude from Star Trek.
Shatner?
No, the bald one, alien-looking guy. He's in X-Men. He looks the same. Patrick something.
Oh, it's Patrick Stewart.
There you go.
Yeah,
he just doesn't age.
No, he's timeless.
Yeah, that dude is.
He really is.
It's hilarious to look at photos from him like 20 years earlier to now. It's the exact same thing. It's crazy. It's crazy. So User Space is one of those dudes. Was he bald? Was he bald back then?
Yeah.
Or receding hairline?
No,
he's not full on bald. Same thing.
He's not full on bald, but yeah. It just
have to watch it.
A little younger.
I'm intrigued.
Version, yeah.
Is he still as good? Was he like a worse actor? Because like sometimes you see like people
it
like
was
in their first movie.
It was the part because those buddy movies that Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor made were on, and that one specifically was on the silly side anyway.
Rough,
yeah, and so all the characters were silly, you know.
So it was hard to take him serious for that.
Yeah. He was a killer. He played a killer and everything.
He looks like one, like but for real, like in real life, he looks like he murders people, or I feel like he does.
Yeah,
you know. Like Horrible Bosses style. Like I feel like Horrible Bosses is a pretty close representation of Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a lot of him in that part.
If you cross him, he'll have no problem just shooting you.
Yeah.
And just murdering you. Like in broad daylight too, because he's got enough connections that nobody's gonna say anything. Like, well, just Kevin being Kevin.
Yeah.
You know? That dude shit. He said, I heard him. He said he wanted cheese on that sandwich.
And melty cheese.
When you don't bring it.
Yeah.
Shit, that's what happens. Kev being Kev.
Well, believe it or not, it's about that time to start wrapping this monkey up.
Wrapping it up. Wrapping the glove up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to. I'm not going to.
You got to do it.
It's my body, okay, first of all.
I'm not, number one, I'm not going to touch you. Okay.
Well, I'm going to need somebody to grease me up for the show.
I don't have to touch you now. I can just think about it because the new Italian laws will allow me to just
go to town.
Spank monk.
So whilst you're surfing the internet, for whatever you're doing, hop on over to point19productions.com or shoot us an email, point19productions@gmail.com. Yep. You can always check us out.
I am again going to apologize for our website. It is we're have been so dudes. Delinquent. We are so if it were a child, they would have taken it from us.
Well, we'd be in prison.
Because we neglect that thing so bad.
Yeah.
We've got sponsors on there who aren't sponsors any longer, and we have sponsors that aren't on there yet. Oh. And we have photos that we want to put up that are awesome from Poland.
Right, yeah.
And from various just all kinds of things. We're horrible.
Well, what do you call
just because
on
we
the
don't
ball?
know what we're doing.
That's true.
If
we know how to code, man, probably take me no time at all. But I don't know how to do that.
Nope.
Nor am I willing to learn.
Yeah. That's a good way to finish everything you talk about. I mean, you win every conversation. Well, if I were a computer expert, it would be done.
But I'm not willing to learn that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That is pretty good. You'll never lose an argument.
No.
Well, sure, if I was a rocket scientist, I'd have probably built a rocket by now. Okay? But I'm not going to do that. That's pretty stupid.
If I were an airline pilot,
you could have been.
I'd probably be on a flight right now. I'd probably be somewhere right now.
Yeah.
Boom. I win.
YouTube, Stitcher.
Yeah.
iTunes, SoundCloud.
Jeez, Pete.
All the biggies, man. All the biggies.
So if I want to hear this show,
you can.
I got no excuse. You have anything coming up? What do you got coming up?
What I got coming up? I don't know.
Doing any trips?
Just the wedding trips, man. My wedding weekend.
Well, we'll have a show or two in between here and then.
Yeah.
And that's when we're going to be making a transition to
that's going to be
neat.
New
studio.
It's going to be cool to see.
Yep.
We're going to have to. That's going to be a learning experience as it goes too. Because we're going to try to throw in video. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be fun.
Bad Monkey Studios.
But then that's true, man.
That's when we need to have our next big party.
I got to tell you something too before we wrap this up.
Okay, go.
Bad Monkey Studios, man. I saw when we were out bar hopping.
Mm-hmm.
There's a it was like just a printout, and it had a chimpanzee with a top hat on, smoking a pipe. His name was Mr. Pickles.
Well, he's a bad monkey.
I know. I want that for a T-shirt so bad. I don't know if it's theirs, like if they own the photo, but if not, I'm going to recreate it. The best
Did it
of my
say
ability.
TM on it anywhere?
I didn't see a TM.
Was there a guy there
Didn't
showing
see
it to
a
you
C
that
either.
said TM?
Nope. Mm-mm. That's going to have to make an appearance.
It's mine.
It's ours now. Trademark.
Hey, man, because there's one thing.
Verbal trademark.
We know what to do. We know how to lawyer.
Okay. I'll take your house from you right now. I'll lower that shit from underneath you.
I'll lawyer it up.
Come on.
We thank you for listening, and all I ask you to do is love somebody.